So, hello and welcome from a very relieved and excited set of people. This is the GullyCricket Showdown, and after 2 long months almost, we're finally here. It's the World Cup final, India versus Australia on November 19th in Ahmedabad. Mukul, first of all, how are you feeling after that India New Zealand semi final?
Uh, Very happy, but more nervous now that Australia is in final. To be honest, I didn't watch the in between innings when Williamson and Mitchell were like going guns. I just could not watch it. I went inside my room and like stayed inside, and I could hear the voices like my family shouting when the wickets go down. And I was like, until Chapman goes out, I'm not coming outside. So yeah, I was inside
Same,
for
the
a bit. But then
superstition from my father as well. He stepped out of the
yeah,
house. He didn't want to watch it for a while.
it just I don't believe. I am like kind of an atheist. I don't believe in everything, but when it comes to the World Cups, I believe in everything.
Good, good. Okay, so and an episode we couldn't record because Daryl Mitchell was still playing out of his
Yeah,
mind for a while.
yeah,
What did you
yeah.
make of that second semi-final? Was that purely a psychological win for Australia?
I think what South Africa thought was that they just kind of their move backfired on them. They thought like because they are so bad at chasing, they should bat first because they're so good at batting, but the weather didn't support them. So the ball moved around a lot. I saw the first 10 overs. It was crazy. Like there was no scope of hitting any runs, and that's why Africa. And then it was no coming back. Still, if they could have just scored like 30 more runs, I think they
Yeah,
would
could
have
have been a
won.
more even more interesting
Yeah.
final. Yeah,
I
I
think
think
the captaincy was really bad.
that overcast
Captaincy was bad.
really ruined them. Yeah, that way.
Yep. Yep.
Okay, let's jump into the final. It's a repeat of the 2003 final, a collective childhood trauma for our age groups. It begs one very important question now, Mukul. Did Ricky Ponting have springs in his bat in that final?
I don't think so. I wish the same stuff happens with some Indian player
Play
on,
so good,
on
people start controversies. Like they've been
yeah.
changing the pitch and everything is altered for them.
It doesn't none of that matters. Like if Australia wins the final, then all of these things will go out of the window. They'll be like, yeah, they didn't do anything in the final. It just doesn't matter anything. Like if
Right.
we win the World Cup, we don't care. Like yeah, we chase the top, we switch the balls, we change the pitch. Coin toss is rigged, whatever. You don't care. Like next time it happens in your country, you do whatever you want.
Yes, that's what matters. Winning matters in the end. And both
Yep.
the teams have that winning momentum in them. In this one, India won obviously all their games. And since Australia lost their first two, they've gone on to win eight in a row. Now, as an Indian cricket fan, are you happy with having Australia in the final, or would you rather have South Africa?
It's some part of me wants like India to beat Australia. Like all part of me wants India to beat Australia so badly. But yeah, I'm a little like I wanted Africa, like in the final because if India, in case India lost, at least there would be a new champion. Australia has
Right.
won so many World Cups. It's just like if they win another, it will be just like it will be boring and it'll just be like it's ridiculous. Like you can't win so many World Cups.
Right. Now, speaking of that, I think historically these two are the big boys of the World Cup and cricket in general. Australia now doing Australia things in a World Cup as expected. How much will psychology play a role in this final? Because like Australia are in yet another ICC final. That's what they do best.
I think Australia, the side 2003, 99, 2007, that mighty Australian side. I don't think this side is even as close to that side, to be honest.
Hmm.
So they are a good side. The players are really good, but that side was completely something else. They are unbeatable, and they were unbeatable for so long.
Yeah.
I don't think this side is not even close to that team, and I think the India has more momentum actually. I think the
Right. I think
psychological effect might be
this
India on
Australia
this team.
side doesn't have that air of invincibility about them. And in fact, India seems to have that in this World Cup for them.
Yeah, yeah. We are always trying to find ways to win sometime and like from any situation as of now.
Right.
So if it's a really, really, really bad day for us, I think then we might lose something completely out of the. Australia will have to play very, very good to beat us. Like really
Right.
good, which they're totally capable of. Not taking anything away from them, they are
Right.
completely capable of beating us. But yeah, at the moment, looking at the, if you do player by player matchups, like, I think India is far ahead. But yeah, I
Right.
mean, on a bat, like, anything can happen, obviously.
Right. So I think let's get into fantasy cricket now. India's top five. Who should people target given their form, pitch, and the conditions in Ahmedabad currently?
Yeah. Last time my picks were like on the money. Literally, I made a team actually. Like, I didn't play anything, but I made a hypothetical team in my mind that these would be my players, and I calculated in the end. I think I would have been in the top like 30 or 40 in the free roll if I would have played. I did not,
Nice.
but like, yeah, my team had like Gill as my captain, Iyer as vice captain. I had Shami, I had Virat Kohli, Rohit Sharma, and Lockie Ferguson. If I
Right.
only
I
had
think
someone else
Loki
other than
didn't
Lockie
work out for
Ferguson,
you.
yep, Lockie didn't give me any points. But yeah, I mean, if I had anyone else, like, it would have been maybe in the top five, top 10,
Right.
whatever. But yeah, so I think because it's Ahmedabad, I still think Gill has a lot more to offer. So I would still go with him and Mohammad Shami, obviously, again,
Hmm.
once again. They both play for Gujarat Titans, it's
Of
their
course,
home
yeah.
ground. Like, they know a lot. If Hardik Pandya would have been there, I would have betted on him also.
Right.
But he's not. So I think Gill, and I also believe Rohit Sharma has saved his best for the last.
Hmm.
I think a big score is loading this time for Rohit Sharma,
Right.
depending on what we play first. I think India should chase first because India is very good at chasing,
Hmm.
and I think they will know what exactly we need to make. And if that's the case, then yeah, I mean, if say hypothetically Australia bowls out on 250, then I
Right.
don't think a big daddy hunt from any of the player is due,
Hmm.
because I think they will chase down that pretty, I think, comfortably. But if
Right.
there is like a 350 or like plus than that, then maybe a big 100 is loading from our
Hmm.
openers. Like, one of them definitely, Rohit Sharma
Right.
maybe, and maybe Gill also. Other than that, all the players. I also think Head won't be successful that much
Oh,
against India. He might get a little bit of runs, like maybe 20, like, 30, a couple of boundaries here and
right.
there. I don't think he'll score a 100 or like, even a 50, to be honest. Like, he might,
Yeah.
obviously, but that's my prediction. I think he's a left arm, and Mohammad Shami will get him once
Get
he
him.
comes.
Hmm. So
Maybe
I think
Siraj.
not a lot of standouts for Australia, apart from what you said, Head and Warner has been in
Warner, I think
some
Warner is
form.
more dangerous against India. Warner is more
Hmm.
dangerous against India.
And I think down the order, it's just Maxwell you look at, and there's not a lot of standouts for Australia when it comes to batting.
Maxwell is not. I think the players to look for against India will be Steven Smith, Labuschagne, and
Hmm.
Warner. I think the
Nice.
players Marsh and Head and Maxwell who fire, they can still fire against India, and it might be, like I said, a very bad day for us. But in all probability, I think there is most likely they will fail. Like, they'll still score some runs, like I said, but
They
not
might
like
not get big
something
scores.
100 or 50s or whatever. Yeah.
And in
And
terms
Stoinis
of
also
bowling
might
now,
play against India.
sorry,
I think Stoinis might play
yeah.
against India. So we'll see.
Right. And in terms of bowling now, you have the obvious picks in Shammi, of course. You said like he's a Gujarat Titan player. And there are other
Yeah.
performers in the Indian bowling as well. What about Australia? Who should people look to target in both the teams?
I think again for India, I will go with Shami and Kuldeep Yadav, because Australia is not a good, very like that. These players, March and Head and everyone, they cannot. I don't think they can. They will be able to pick Kuldeep easily. They are new
Hmm.
players. That's why I said Smith and, like, Labuschagne are more critical in that lineup, and Warner. From Australia's side, I think a Stark will be off color. Stark is not in even in top like 5 or 7 against India in this
Right.
like World Cup. I think Hazelwood will be key. Hazelwood
Hmm.
and Zampa, like I said, because Zampa, remember, like, even Virat Kohli struggles a little bit against Zampa.
Right.
So Zampa might be a good thing, someone to watch out for. And Australia does not have a good fifth bowler. You have to also remember that they are short of
Right.
one bowler. They have like Maxwell or like Head or maybe Labuschagne. If Stoinis plays, then Stoinis. So their
Right.
fifth bowler is someone like, can be a lot of anyone from all of these players.
Hmm.
So that's also makes a huge difference. Marsh or like Labuschagne, or Marsh was not bowling in the last match also for whatever reason. So I think that will also make a huge difference. Cummins will be good, like he always is. He'll be economical. He will be like Bumrah, like, on the target, maybe take a
Right.
couple of wickets. Stark, I don't think will be a huge difference. I think Hazelwood and Zampa will be key. And the
Hmm.
fifth bowler, that will make a huge difference in favor of India, hopefully.
Right. No, I think the fifth bowler, I think for in the second semi-final, had managed to get 2 wickets. And
Yeah, because the ball was not bouncing, and Australia and
right.
South Africa played him like idiots. Like, that's why.
And even
So,
Australia struggled against someone like Shamsi and Keshav Maharaj. They struggled against the spinners.
yep. But the pitch was also supporting, and I think Kuldeep is a really good left-arm Chinaman. I think even
Mm.
Jadeja, Smith. How many times Smith has gotten out to
Not
Jadeja? If you
Jadeja,
see, like
correct.
he just bowls a straight ball, just a little bit, it straightens up and takes the bails off. So those kind of balls are also like, So like I said, that's why I said Head and Marsh and everyone, they can get a few big shots. They'll try to hit them, like, they'll try to be aggressive, but I think they won't be able to get away with a lot more. And especially Bumrah, like who's the bowler you will target in Indian side? Bumrah, you absolutely cannot hit, like, a few boundaries here and there, but you cannot hit Bumrah. Shami has been, like, we have all seen how, like, brilliantly Shami is bowling. Siraj is one loose spin in our team.
Right.
Two head is off. If Siraj is also on the money, then we also know what Siraj can do. So,
Yeah.
and Kuldeep and Jadeja will be hard to hit, I think. So that's why I think India has a little bit of an upper hand, but who knows? Like,
Right. Fingers crossed. I think lots of permutations and combinations when it comes to matchups and key battles between players. Now that's all we have for today. We're ready for the final here at Gully Cricket, and you should be ready as well because there's $5,000 to be won by entering
and the
with
contest is
$2.
almost full, guys. It's still like 1.5 days left, and I think
Yeah,
only
I
like
think we're
3,000,
already
less than
almost
3,000 is
down to
remaining.
the last 2,000 spots left, I think.
Yeah, so we will add more, but like there's only so much we can add. So
Yeah.
you should like join if you want to win.
Right. So we promised you if India reaches the final, we'll increase the prize money, and we have. So we're also doing a giveaway for the final on our Discord channel. Make sure you join that. The link will be in the description. Please like this
I will
video,
make a
share
fake
it with your
ID and
friends,
join.
and don't forget to subscribe.
I will make a fake ID and join. I'm good with predictions. I will win. I want some gully cricket gear.
Good. So I think that's the enthusiasm we need for the giveaways and contests. Make sure you make your teams on Gully Cricket before the deadline. Lots more coming up after the World Cup final. So stay tuned, and we'll see you for the next one. Peace.